Hi, I'm Davey Davis. I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're at the Bicycle Collective. At the Bicycle Collective, we put people on bikes in a bunch of empowering ways. What we offer is transportation to a variety of different people. We get people on bikes through a bunch of different programs, and the bikes come from all manner of donated sources. So maybe a bike shop will bring us their old stock, or maybe we'll pull a bunch out of the dumpsters of a partnership that we have with the city. Maybe the police will donate them, maybe individuals will bring them by. All of these bikes get brought into our shop, triaged, and then we decide what the best outcome is for them. We decide whether they go to a refugee family that just moved here, to struggling members of a halfway house that are looking for a way back into functional society, or just to the public who want a way to ride around. We put kids on bikes through earn-a-bike classes where we teach them how to ride, we teach them how to tune up the bikes, how to maintain them themselves, and at the end they take a bike home. Another program we offer is the Trips for Kids program, where youth that otherwise wouldn't get a chance to ride bikes out in our mountains can borrow bikes from us and go on guided trips for free. What you see behind me is our open shop program, where members of the community can come in, they can buy bikes, they can pick them up, tune them up themselves, learn all of the basic mechanics, and we have parts and benches for them to use.
I've built some custom bicycles, and most bike shops won't even think twice about taking you and even look at some of these unusual projects. And they also don't have a lot of the parts that you need. Bicycle Collective has always been super helpful. They're able to help me in my unusual needs and things like that. And they do it for next to nothing. It's really a pretty phenomenal operation they've got here.
The community bike shop is sort of the core of our programs. It's where people come and interact with us, but we also do programs outside the shop. We run a bike valet, which is citywide, where sometimes we'll have 400, 500 bikes at the farmers market or local concerts, so that people can bring their bikes out into public events and sort of have a social atmosphere as well as a safe place to park.
I guess I'm putting people on bikes, selling bikes, helping people fix their own, teaching them how to do it. I really enjoy working with Davey because he's so genuinely interested in bikes. The moment I heard that he was applying for his new position, mine and my coworkers' eyes lit up, knowing that he's the person that's genuinely interested in bikes as well as helping people get on them. Not fancy race bikes, not fancy mountain bikes, but things that people ride every day, things that people use, things that can change someone's life.
This is going to be the only one that fits. It's a pretty low-end frame. That would be like $20 frame and fork. The Peugeot would be more like $40 frame and fork. The one again, $40. This is a simple and important way to empower people. And people talk about empowerment a lot, but what that means in this context is if you give people the tools to get themselves around and the tools to maintain the way they get around, they can solve a lot of their problems for themselves. And depending on where you come from in society, that can be a very important thing. That can give you a bit of peace in a world that's kind of large and outside of human scale, or it can just give you a way to contribute if you've been disenfranchised. We see plenty of people in here that don't have a place in normal society. We have homeless volunteers that are incredibly consistent, and they use the collective as a place to contribute and find structure. We have volunteers that don't speak English very well, that have mechanical aptitude, that are adapting to American culture after coming here from somewhere else. And to provide these services with an option to contribute in a way that's not monetary is very important to us. The fact that it's bicycles is great on top of that because they're fun, they're simple, they're healthy, and they get you around. I'm from Salt Lake City originally, but I didn't always stay here. I thought that my life would be spent working internationally on film projects in the Middle East. I studied Arabic in college, and I was really intent to be a global player, somebody who went around the world connecting cultures and bringing together different stories so that humanity would be more inspired. And I had a good run of that, actually, for a couple of years. I worked on some projects in the Middle East, and I lived in New York for a while. But the place that gave me my core concepts about contributing was actually this bicycle collective. 6 years ago, I was a core volunteer here, and it really taught me that you could bring a skill to a community and people would appreciate it. And in all my travels and all the places that I went, I always felt like an outsider who was trying to find a way to contribute. And what I realized was I could do quite a lot with this skill set that I knew in my own valley, and there would be a reward in that, just in terms of feeling like I was contributing to my community.